Also, yo, what's up, Zet? Let's. Sorry I didn't hit you up. I was gonna hit you up for Z-Motes, but I ran into an issue where I ran out of money. I will want million of them. If I had $1,000, I would commission 10 of them next time for sure. Some true events inspired by the legend of the Moth.
December 10th, 1967. I got a letter that said, "Come home, Caleb. Under the starlit sky, the cowboy sings."
Under the starlit
name
sky.
Said Joseph Dewspring, my dad's name. The strange thing was, my dad died a few weeks ago.
Oh my god.
I had avoided going back to our farmhouse after his death, but that letter shook me to my core. It was time to finally go back home.
It was time. Yeah, hopefully next month.
December 15th, 1967. I found myself driving to my childhood home in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, after swearing I'd never go back.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like a point and click for a second. Is kind of. I'm just not moving. You see Mothman anywhere? So hold on, I gotta turn some lights off. I always forget it's like way more fun to play a scary game, not in extreme brightness. Turn the lights off. To Caleb. Oh, that's where the voice acting ends. If you pretend your father's autopsy, none of the farm hands were there at the time. So I slid under the front door. Slid the autopsy under the front door. Joe was a friend of mine. So,
it was late when I
obviously, Mothman killed him.
Be gone for the day.
Also, the glare, it's like hurts my eyes, kind of. It's been a little cloudy out, so I had like the big light on.
Turned in knots. I hadn't set foot in that place in 6 years.
Offset that.
Not since the falling out I had with my dad.
Lack of lumens. But now I realize I've been staring at a bright light for most of the day. Is this just another letter? God damn it. Joe, the gate beyond the barn was locked. Behind on your payments, so this will be the final shipment.
Why wasn't Mitchell able to get a hold of my dad in the weeks leading up to his death?
Honestly, we just stop doing that unless it's like at least like a little makes sense. Like I'm just like finding a like breadcrumb trail of notes that are establishing context as I walk into the house. It's so fucking lame. Yes, sir. You will find all the context you need for the story as you approach Scary House. All your questions will be literally answered. Stop it. Just stop doing that, man. Especially like the narrative is like, that's what you got. Is this going there? Tractor? Nice flashlight, dude. How come we can't either have a flashlight that has like the intensity of 1,000 suns or like one that has like the most dead battery in it ever? There's never an in between. Oh, cool. Well, at least the crowbar was next to this fucking shit. Like, at least in some games, like I feel like, you know, my baseline comparison is Resident Evil, where you're reading notes, kind of get a lot of the little tiny details of the game, right? Well, like it makes sense in some context that like a police precinct would have like a bunch of like logs, reports and stuff like that. That's like the one thing they do have. You know what I mean? Like, sure, is it ridiculous and like kind of a joke in some ways? Yeah. Or like a science lab. Don't get me wrong, I think a letter in the beginning of a game is like perfectly fine, but like if you fucking are reading 5 letters as you're approaching like dead dad's house strewn across the lawn of his house. Like, that's stupid, man. Come on. Imagine a movie doing that. Like, a guy gets out of his car and finds like a bunch of crumpled up notes that establish context and like fucking the stakes of the game. It's like, it would be literally like Airplane or something like that. Like, it doesn't make sense. Or at least, like, you know, I don't know. I'm not a video game dev, but I just hate that. I feel like I've played so many of these games too, where it's like, hey, there's a bunch of fucking notes and shit. I will give them at least they had some voice acting and stuff. Who are they? I don't know yet. Like what is this? I don't know yet, but I think they're closing in on me. Should I be more careful? Maybe I can throw them off. Make it harder for them to figure out what I'm doing. I'll start by boarding up the shed. If someone was like actually paranoid, would they be writing down their like paranoid thoughts like that?
Who was Dad talking about? He was paranoid about something.
What's your first thing you think about when you're paranoid? You start writing down all your thoughts. Like I don't know. Maybe a few people do that, but I feel like that's doesn't make any sense. Right? Like why would you would you want someone not to read your paranoid thoughts? I don't know. Fighting in a friend is one thing or whatever, but I mean, I'm sure it could be a number of mental issues, but like I think in this case, it's just poor storytelling or lack thereof at all. I guess they could just be like, yeah, Dad was, you know, going through the ringer. But yeah, let's read this. Nothing on there.
The thought of walking into our house and seeing my dad sitting on the couch, watching his favorite television program, kept creeping into my mind. That thought was crushed. The reality that he was gone.
Even the voice actor's like, what am I reading? Dad also built a maze out of barrels and boxes. Like, what is this stuff? You have an entire warehouse in your front lawn. Forgot the flashlight was even on. You like some more light in here?
The house was
paranoid
a mess.
noise.
What the hell happened?
Come on down. You got everything. What the fuck is this picture? Is it like a wolf? What are you doing? I wouldn't be able to listen without a tape player. Well, just fucking take it, because obviously we're gonna find one.
My dad was a painter, but I had never seen that one before. Why'd it remind me of something? Then I remembered the note he sent. Under the starlit sky, the cowboy sings. What the hell did it all mean?
What? Looks like he's like in the Lincoln Memorial or something.
My family. We were in a car accident when I was 8. My mom,
Right, I love
grandma
this.
died. My dad had to work really hard to keep the farm afloat after that.
It's like one of my favorite. It almost reminds me of like old FMV games when it's like clearly a bunch of different people superimposed together in front of like a 3-dimensional house. It looks sick. Yeah, my parents are from the game of Harvest. Their versatile lighting never matched their surroundings for some reason. Mom loved prized vases. Okay. Time to die. Seriously, what is that picture? Oh, we should not have done that, huh? Two copies of Time to Die. Damn, down was so crazy.
Oh my God. I knew my dad was a drinker, but he never abused it. Damn, he lost all control.
1967? What year is it? It's on the last of the animals. More
All the
sad dad
animals
notes.
Gone? I needed to find Fred, farmhand supervisor, and get some answers.
After we harvested blueberries, Mom would make pie. Okay, I got the ingredients, but what's this on the back? Can't read it. Never know. Lao Zoo is sometimes depicted riding an ox. Oh, it's an ox. Okay. I didn't need to make a call that night. I acknowledged that the telephone was there. I mean, in all honesty, there's a lot of paper. It doesn't look messy. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of stuff. I'll probably pick this up in like an hour.
Who would call so late at night?
Call phone late night.
Hello? Hello?
Generators out.
Damn. The power had gone out before I could find out who that was.
Phone does not.
I would have to find a way to turn the power back on.
Phone doesn't need power to run unless it's like cordless. That thing was like clearly like directly into a phone jack, man. All it needs is powered through it. One walking out there. Hey, let's ring this funny bell. Locked. Oh yeah, we're definitely getting haunted in here. Things aren't looking well. Lost all the farm hands. Fred and his family are still here, but who knows for how much longer. You got a little boy and another one on the way. Soon I'll have to cut his pay too. I really don't know what I'll do.
Dad was in financial trouble. He never said a word. We weren't on talking terms, but damn it. I wish he had just called me. That stubborn man.
Your toilet? Stubborn man. Really? Uh-oh. It's a G-Man.
What the fuck? Was I imagining things? Who was that man? He didn't move, but I got the impression that he was pointing towards the backyard.
Who was that man?
I needed to find the farmhand manager, Fred. He was the only farmhand that lived on the grounds. He had a cabin near the barn. I could have sworn the door to the backyard was closed.
If we're gonna get there, this guy's gonna be dead as fuck. His whole family slaughtered.
The smell in the backyard brought back memories of my grandpa. We spent a lot of time in the garden together.
What's with all the bells?
Not only was my dad a painter, but he was also a skilled craftsman. He built a gazebo with his bare hands.
The reset lever should be working per your request. Gazebo. Things have fallen apart. Wedding gift. It seems super important. It's like a puzzle. This is my favorite book growing up. Yeah, you had a lot of AI books you read. Is there like something on the thing? No. So it's like a puzzle. Alright. Well, that don't make no sense. It won't pull down. Did I figure it out? What? I like that you can hear other bells in the sample. I think I figured it out. No? No? All right, well, that's got to be what it is. 1, 2, 3. Maybe? One bell ring. 2 bell ring. 2 bell ring. Yeah. I thought for sure that was it. Is it 213 then? All right. I am. You see that? There's like Bloom was insane for a second. Oh, I just didn't read it very well.
I'd never seen that pillar before. It looked like it was missing pieces.
You're fucking kidding me. More missing pieces. Phases of the moon. Put it in there. Yeah. Of course. So where the fuck does that go? Yeah, I forgot Mothman was in this. I rang all these bells. Been over a year since I talked to him. Got married a few months ago. What does that have to do with anything? You know what? Find somewhere where these squares go. Oh.
The door wasn't there before.
I don't remember that either. Ew, what was that
I
sound?
didn't understand why my dad had let everything fall to ruin. It was unlike him. Maybe I could find answers upstairs.
Maybe these are like save points? A bad feeling about this room. Oh, the dog. There it is. That's the Mothman picture. A woman, her brother, and a 3-year-old. Your 3-year-old daughter were driving near the TNT area. Really? They were visiting two relatives in that area. They got in the car in front of the relative's house. Her brother went inside. The woman carrying her daughter saw a creature in the woods near the house. It paralyzed her, and the two fell to the ground. As soon as she regained the ability to move, she scooped up her daughter and ran inside and called the police. Composite sketch from the witness statement drawn at the police station. The lady looks fucking weird. It's weirder than Mothman. My old room. I loved horse.
Today's top story weighs heavily on the residents of Point Pleasant. A local farmer, identified as Joseph Dewspring, was discovered dead in the McClintock Wildlife Management Area yesterday afternoon.
Oh yeah, that's my dad.
Could the incident be linked to the recent sightings of a winged, red-eyed creature? We spoke with a local reporter who interviewed an eyewitness who told their story. Thank you for agreeing to speak with me again today. So when was the last time you saw it?
It came back last night. It was standing in the woods near the barn. A tall, black figure. I couldn't make out any details except for the big red eyes.
Big old
I was
red
in a trance,
eyes.
completely paralyzed. Then I blacked out.
Okay. Nana? No. Can't wait to get out of this damn house. I made the mistake of telling my dad I thought I saw a figure out of the corner of my eye last night in the basement. He went on about how that's called anomalous phenomena. Whatever the hell that means. And he gave me a book called The Book of the Damned. I'm going to throw it away. In a few months, I'll be old enough to apply for that trucking job in Indianapolis.
I was so mad at him. It all seems so trivial now that he's gone.
Deeper I dig, the more I feel like I'm being watched. Building my little contraptions helps keep things safe. Yeah. This room is haunted.
Grandma and Grandpa's room was disheveled, unrecognizable. What was Dad doing in here?
What was he doing indeed? The fuck? Bunkers? Sulfuric acid buildings? He's gonna like burn the guy? Red-eyed creature. Note to self, reach out to National Guardsman's partner to see if he's willing to be interviewed. Timeline. I'm not reading all this. There's too much. Yeah. Note to self, review New Fall magazine subscription. What's New Fall? National UFO. Something. I know I've heard it before, but I can't remember. Well, we got a tape player.
Caleb, there's a chance I may be gone when you find this recording. I'm sorry for how things turned out, but there are weird things going on. Start by checking the bookshelf downstairs under the vase. There's a key to the side shed. Be careful.
Be careful.
Hearing my dad's voice brought a tear to my eye, but my grieving was short-lived. Things were only getting stranger.
What is this?
and
What's
I
going
had
on with the
no
wall?
questions and answers.
Is that like Mothman's fucking cape or something? Fuck is this? There's a lot to this for being a demo. I feel like it's going to end any minute. Any second now. He sneezes. What do we have to do? Go out back? All right, the crescent moon. Dad built an elaborate system of puzzles before he died.
I finally found someone who believes me. A journalist here in town named Mary. She wrote a story in the local paper about a group of witnesses who told their story to the Point Pleasant Police Department. News of the Mothman has gone global because of that story. I told her I wanted to help, and she suggested I buy a tape player and record all my findings. We're going to get to the bottom of this, damn it.
Yeah, really selling it. Damn it. We're going to get to the bottom of this. God damn it. What do you think? Is Mothman going to stop me? You can put an end to me? Joe Para. Oh no, it's only one half. Where the fuck is the other part? Key under Voss? What do you mean? you see that? Where I just was? In somewhere? Oh, yeah, we came down here once. Oh, under Voss. Oh, Mom's Voss. Bet you. Ah. Shed key. The shed must be out this way. Pretty sure it wasn't the other way. Ho, that'll show him. Also, it looks pretty like flat and nothing. No trees for it being West Virginia, which is like hilly and full of trees. Whoever thought of that? Hope they get fucking fired. Yeah. There's not jack shit. God damn it. Must have been the other way. Where's there a shed? This one? Shed key. It ain't working. Is there like another shed? See, like it. Not that way. I don't know. Unless it just opens something out here. This. Oh. Oh no. This is the barn. So where the fuck is this shed? Lose my damn mind. Do you have like a map or anything? Maybe you just gotta figure it out. Maybe you can move that box out of the way. That makes like a shortcut. I don't know, Sonny. Unless there's something else up here. No. out front? What's that? The narrow spectrum of light. I mean, there's no way to it there. I mean, this is the front. No shed out here. Yeah, the other one. Same thing. Oh. What the fuck?
I happened to come across a rerun of a television interview. A man named Warren said that on November 2nd, 1966, he was on an isolated road when a gigantic unidentified flying object landed in front of his car. The door on the object opened and a man wearing a black suit stepped out. Now, I don't know if this is just a coincidence or not, but the day Warren had this encounter was exactly one day after the sighting of the Mothman by the National Guardsmen. Are these two incidents somehow linked? I need to bring this up to Mary. I'll gather as much information as I can and present it to her.
Warren's encounter reminded me of the man I saw in the window. The thought of seeing him again.
Oh my
chilled down my
God.
spine. I tried to shake it off. There was no way. I must have imagined that.
Aliens. Gorilla book. What was he thinking? Gorilla book. Did you guys ever hear that rumor when you were a kid? Like, if there's a specific book at the library, and if you read it, you turn into a gorilla. It's called the Gorilla Book. Anyone ever tell you that myth when you were a kid?
How in the hell was the phone ringing? The power had
Because it
gone
doesn't
out.
need power.
What the fuck was going on? Hello?
Does Joe live here?
No?
It was that son of a bitch from the window.
I am a searcher. I need to speak with him.
I needed
Yes,
to find a way
Gorilla
to turn
Book.
the power back on so I could call the police.
People are like, careful about reading too many books in the library. If you find the Gorilla Book, you'll turn into a gorilla. Really? You never heard that? Gorilla. You gotta read of Mice and Men to turn back.
Dad rarely let me come down here. He was always messing with the pipes and valves.
He was always messing with those pipes. Dad was into pipes in his old age.
One of my sources connected me with a man in the National Guard. The man asked to remain anonymous.
Becoming David
He was
Duchovny.
reluctant to tell me his story until I told him there were other sightings. He was relieved to hear that and told me that it made him feel just a little less crazy. On November 1st, 1966, he was on duty and saw a human-sized figure perched in a tree just above the fence bordering the Point Pleasant Engineer Battalion headquarters. It was too dark to make out any fine details, but it was unmistakably a man-shaped figure. He left to get his partner, but when they returned, the creature was gone. According to my timeline, this is possibly the first sighting of the Mothman.
That's fucking crazy. The first Mothman? What? What's in there? What up? What's in there? Moon key. Furnace door sticks. Turning the fire around loosens it up. The valves have to be specific order. I got this. Also, isn't this broken? So it doesn't really matter. How will we ever know? So with this box. Kinda weird. How weird that big old box is right there. You know what I mean? I don't know about all this. You already looked at that one. We gotta find some ripped up note now? Or just have to guess it. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. I'm just turning these without any clue. Just completely on my own here. I mean, shit, I may have fucked this up. Right, these slow puzzles, they are terrifying. Mothman's known for his valve puzzles. Maybe I can, like, reach in there and just grab it. Oh no, dude. There's gotta be like another piece of paper. Oh, the moon key. That's right. Well, shit.
What the fuck was that?
What? Literally Mothman. Where is he? Is he like here? Is he gonna take me? Oh, dude, he's like, I think he's here. Maybe we should like shut the door. You must use the moon key. I could have sworn that was going to be the moon key. Can I like examine the key? See where it leads? Nope, I don't think so. Is he out here? Mothman, what do I do? I really don't know. I've come so far. Can't give up here. Anything changing when I do that? If that one goes back. Whoa. Hey, stop doing that. Is there like clue at all? Right? That doesn't make any sense.
One of my sources connected me with a man in the National Guard.
Maybe it's like in
The
this.
man asked to remain anonymous. He was reluctant to tell me his story until I told him there were other sightings. He was relieved to hear that and told me that it made him feel just a little less crazy. On November 1st, 1966, he was on duty and saw a human-sized figure perched in a tree just above the fence bordering the Point Pleasant Engineer Battalion headquarters. It was too dark to make out any fine details, but it was unmistakably a man-shaped figure. He left to get his partner, but when they returned, the creature was gone. According to my timeline, this is possibly the first sighting of the Mothman.
I feel like that doesn't give me any clues. Mothman. This little area. It's true. Maybe the moon key does this thing? Didn't try this lock. I feel like this is connected to that. Yeah. Three phases of the moon. What am I missing? I guess I'm also looking for the ripped half of that note. Which I feel like could be anywhere. I don't know. Clearly it's not down here. The painting was screwed into the wall, but it was loose. Well. Another clue, kinda. Come on, where's this fucking note? No. Could it be up here? No.
Caleb, there's a chance I may
Oh,
be
yeah.
gone when you find this recording. I'm sorry for how things turned out, but there are weird things going on. Start by checking the bookshelf downstairs under the vase. There's a key to the side shed. Be careful.
I guess
My
it could be
dad's
something
voice.
out there.
Tried to say that, but my greeting was short-lived. Things were only getting stranger, and I had more questions than answers.
Could go check the backyard, I guess. This can't sound like Mulder. Yeah, so I'm gonna go check the sheds. I guess that's really it. Wait a second.
It's the coroner's report. It says his body was found in the TNT area. What the hell was he doing out there?
I guess I could have been there the whole time and I didn't realize it. They didn't say they slipped it under the door right away. It does sound like Mulder. UFOs.
I happened to come across a rerun of a television interview.
I'm here to hear
A
this
man
one.
named Warren said that on November 2nd, 1966, he was on an isolated road when
Scully.
a gigantic unidentified flying object landed in front of his car. The door on the object opened and a man wearing a black suit stepped out. Now, I don't know if this is just a coincidence or not, but the day Warren had this encounter was exactly one day after the sighting of the Mothman by the National Guardsmen. Are these two incidents?
Yeah,
unknown?
bored David Duchovny.
I need to bring this up to Mary. I'll gather as much information as I can and present it to her.
Warren's encounter reminded me of the man I saw in the window. The thought of seeing him again sent a chill down my spine. I tried to shake it off. There was no way. I must have imagined that.
There's no way. Is that my smoke alarm? Yeah, my smoke alarm thing just started going off. Hold on. Going into an ad break anyways. Hold on a second, chat. This is so loud. All right, we're back.
The night holds terror too horrible to be seen. From out of the shadows, something's coming. Do you think you're really safe all alone?